As a child, I used to break out into full sprints trying to catch up to planes that flew overhead. Skinny arms waving, legs pumping, I'd run right up to the invisible line my father told me not to cross, and I'd stand there, heaving, watching it as it flew overhead, convinced that maybe had that line not been there, I might have caught it. So July, summer of '89, the roar of a 747 jet ripped through my spine, tore my focus from the Kool-Aid-filled ice trays, and I was off. My father grabbed me by my arm, spun me around, looked me dead in my eye, and said, "Now, son, you're gonna be a man one day, and I can't have you running around here chasing things that you can't catch." There was no pat on the head, no rustle of the hair that accompanied this, just a stare. And I know you were just trying to prepare me for life, toughen me up for the world, but now she wonders why Valentine's Day is such a hard stretch of the imagination for me. I tell her he doesn't look a whole lot like me, except through the eyebrows. See, he's red, with freckles on the crest of his cheek. His forearms are twice my size, and though his voice booms like mine never will, he's never been that good at saying what he feels. Ask any little boy about the silence that goes where a man's voice is supposed to be, and he'll tell you it's deafening. Sounds a lot like strike three, like cell block 3 lockdown, like the cockback of a 3-pound hammer. Ladies, I'm gonna make it easy for you. It's hard being a man. Don't believe me? Check your history books. Ask your grandparents. We were raised to be less gentle and more men with the ability to fuck someone up if need be, almost on a whim. They tell you go to your target like a bullet. Burst all bonds, howling up the bank with blood in your eyes, rage in your heart, ground moving beneath your feet with every urge to vomit, roaring like tanked up motors turn loose with no brakes to hold them. And when it's over, when that impulse is no longer needed, they tell you to put it away. Carry on with life like this part of us is not fake, sleeping inside of us with one eye open. Tell me, how do we not instinctively lock the windows and sleep closest to the door? How do we not walk into a room, put our backs up against the wall, immediately spot and number the exits? Our father's heart-to-hearts consist of how to target a kidney, not how to warm a woman's heart. How to fix a sink, not how to mend a broken marriage. There are no I love yous passed down in the midst of power tool instructions, weaved into the crevices of weaponry breakdown intensives, just oddly placed tips on how to dodge a jab. That fine women are usually crazy, and that you should always flush your condoms. At 7, he said, "Come here, son. Always flush your condoms." So no, I can't calm down, think rationally, or consider your feelings. And though I'm learning, I was never taught to be diplomatic. I was taught to get you and the kids out. Crouch in the dark, control my breathing, grab something blunt, and wait on this fool motherfucker trying to break into our village and steal our peace. What you and your girlfriend should be talking about is how the recipe for defeating an enemy looks a whole lot like the recipe for leading a family. There are no promises here, just illusions of grandeur, but I promise you, we do love you. So we are not all bad haircuts. Some of us are just 2 weeks away from being something really dope you can work with. But in the meantime, what you want to try and do is not defang him, because the last thing you need when you need a man to lead is a man with no teeth for meat.